Hey, what's up? Get your gear. Let's head down to the lake. Let's get some fishing in. Make sure you bring some lipless crankbaits, preferably some rattle traps. Let's go. Hey, you're still standing around? Come on, get your gear. Let's go. Welcome back, fishing friends, to another adventure up here on the big lake at one of my little favorite spots. Boy, it is windy today, but we're gonna see what we can come up with. Hey, if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. My name's Alan. I appreciate all the support. Hope you guys are gonna have an epic 2025. Let me know what you're gonna be doing this year to change things up fishing wise. I never do like New Year's resolutions, but you know, I'm just out there always testing stuff. What am I doing today? I've got the Mojo 12 and 12. I'm gonna start off by throwing the Mayor right here, Crush City, with a little underspin. So I'm gonna be working these rocks here. I've caught some crappie right in here and bass. So we're just gonna work it kind of slow. I actually let it like lay there and sit for a bit in case something saw it come in there and fall, and then they'll be hovering over it, and then I give it a quick pop. Look at that. Oh my gosh, guys. Ooh. Did you see that? That little strategy works. Just kind of let it sit there, especially when it's cooler. Ooh, boy, that tree creaking over there doesn't sound too happy. This is going to be windy today. There we go. Not a very big guy, but still fun to catch. There you go. All right. Ooh. So I've had a lot of fun catching crappie, like I was saying, and bass. So I just kind of let it sit there in case I see it fall. Sorry, guys. I felt something wet in my boot. I'm like, no, these are new boots. I shouldn't have a hole in them already. Anyway, let's get back to what we're doing here. So I just kind of let it sit there and do its thing. I don't want to get it hung up in the rocks, but a lot of times I see a fall and they hover over and they're like, what is it? Kind of like a cat. And if you just wait a little bit and then you give it a quick pop and then let it fall down again and then start cranking it in. I better not have a leak in these boots. Let me check something here. All right, boys. On an underspin on the Mayor. What do we got here? Right along the rocks. Check this out. Woo! And boy, he smoked it. Check that out. He was just chilling right along the rocks there. Come on. Let's go. There we go. Gorgeous fish right there. In he goes. Here, I'll show you what I was using. Right here with the little underspin. Just like a little minnow, fishing right along the docks, or the rocks right there. Just pitching right in here and then just bringing it back real slow. See, I've caught crappie there before, hanging around the rocks there. Boy, this guy was just chilling there. All right, guys, going a little old school with Smithwick Rogue Jr. It's got that slow rise. It's in that classic chrome blue orange belly. Throwing this one on the Victory 12 and 12 braid to 12 fluoro. I cast that in the wind, no problem. So with this, I sweep it, get it down to depth, then I just kill it, let it sit there, because there's some current, you know, because of the wind, and then I just give it a quick pop, and then I kill it, and it'll just slowly come up. And then you can always swim it, and it's got some good action. It's got that classic wobble, Smithwick wobble. Good stuff. So I'll do a sweep to get it down. So we got a nice drop off here in this little cove. I just love throwing the Smithwicks, guys. They're just so much fun. If you've never tried them or picked them up, they have different styles. Some are out of production, like the Top 20, the Elite 8, but you can still find them. And I've caught them before just on a straight burn and killing it too. So there's different ways you can present this. And this is like a little fish highway because they're coming across this little area and they come right into this cove and they work the shoreline and then they head out. And we may go to that little point over there, and then back around there's like another cove. Peaceful day. Alright guys, I worked all kinds of jerk baits, square bills, steel shad, blade baits. Now I've got a little Ned rig. I threw a little football head jig on this shell bar and this rock, chunk rock. But I think we're going to go to our second spot. They usually have caught crappie right off this point here, and I'm game for anything, but the bass are fantastic. There should be more here. And with the wind blowing as strong as it is, I mean, it's got to be churning up forage. I've seen some dead shad floating by. With the cold snap, you'll see them floating along. I'm just working this little edge here. It's like a fish highway. The fish come in through here and they make a loop out and they go around. Other ones come deeper and they come in. So with the Ned rig, I just twitch it a little and let it sit there. Technically, you're supposed to swim it, as Ned Katie would want you to do. But I've had bites doing both. The lift and glide, I think is what he called it. And you're also swimming along, because you can get it in whatever water column level you need it to be in. It all depends on the jig head. Yeah, that's pretty cool. One more, and then we're gonna move spots. Ooh, that's perfect. Lift and glide. But first I let it sit there and twitch a little bit. I saw that Jacob Fouts was out here the other day practicing, getting in points and stuff. I guess not practicing, but doing recon for the Classic. A couple other guys have been out here. Lift and glide, lift and, ooh. And technically you're supposed to be doing this on a small hook, no weed guard. That affects how the lift and glide goes. This thing is a weed guarded Z-Man. So people have kind of modified and changed how the thing is fished. See way out there, there's some guys scoping, plotting points. Actually, they may be crappie fishing. All right, let's go to the next spot. All right, guys, spot number 2. I got to do my obligatory beetle spinning off the end of this log. Ooh, that looks good. I used one of these Lunker City grubs right here. Man, they're perfect. They're great weight. Looks good in the water. Look at that, comes through nice. Hey, and I've caught some huge bass using a little jig spinner like this. So don't underestimate those. Yeah, the water's way up. Dang, I for sure won't be able to find where I had that snag down there, right down there. Sandbars underwater. Last time I was here, I don't know if you remember, it was exposed. But boy, the fish love to come cruising through here. I'm further down from where I was at that other cove. I'm to the north a bit. So we're kind of protected in here from the wind just a little. I love throwing rattle traps in here. So we're gonna be doing that, but I gotta run my little jig spinner through here. Essentially, it's a glorified beetle spin. Look at that. Looks good. Ooh, now I'm feeling the breeze. I see you, Mr. Snapping Turtle. He just went under, but he was over there. Alright, one more cast here, then we'll get to the big serious stuff. I think I'm going to start with the Steelshad first. Look at that. Man, that is awesome. Yeah, you can see the water line should normally be up to here. And it was low, and I've got some lures that I've tried to get with a little fishing magnet. They're stuck down there somewhere on a log. We're going to start off big, the bigger size Steelshad. It's got a whole bunch of flash, and it has that erratic fall. And it's fun to throw too. And you cast it a country mile, so you just let it sink, hit there. If they saw it come down, they'll come over to it, and then you just got to give it a nice little twitch up, and then let it fall, and then start your yo-yoing. Typical blade bait. There's a bunch of cabbage here, so, and logs and stuff, so sometimes I just swim it. I know that's counterintuitive for a blade bait, but I've caught them just swimming it. It is just such a great lure. It's good stuff. So main thing is just fan casting. Something that shiny is going to attract attention. It's like a strobe light down there. This one on the Mojo 12 and 12 loose speed spin 300. Man, that thing just got a great vibration. Yeah, there's some big crappie in here. Drum, just about everything except for smallmouth and walleye, no pike. guys, we're hooked up on the Steelshad. There we go. Bank flip. Man, that's a nice fish right there. There we go. I gotta watch out for these hooks. There we go. All right, guys, there we go on the Steelshad. Off he goes. Good stuff. There she is, guys, right there. Just a flick of the wrist. I know exactly where he hit. There's a big log down there where I've got like 2 lures stuck on it. So I gotta be careful there. Normally you can see it down there with the water up. That's gonna be a challenge. Alright guys, it's going to wrap it up for me for today. Well, you feel that wind? That's a cool front blowing through right now. Sheesh. Man, that's straight out of the north. Alright guys, I had a good time out here fishing, testing new lures, and just relaxing. Until the next time, I will see you then. Bye-bye. Now get out there and get your lures wet.